Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I, your mathematics teacher, Miss Amara, welcome you all here in mathematics class of grade 4. I hope, my dear students, you all are fine and safe. Dear students, previously we have learned about the fractions and today we are going to start about the new topic, that is decimal. It is related to the fractions, so I hope that you people have practiced for the fractions because we have to review the fractions, then the decimals will be very much easy for us. So before starting our today's lesson, let's go through the objectives. The objectives of our today's lesson are: after completion of this lesson, we shall be able to explore decimal place value. We shall be able to read and write decimals using tens, hundreds, and thousands. So, let's come to our today's topic, that is decimal. What is decimal? Yes, a decimal number can be defined as a number whose whole number part and the fractional part is separated by a decimal point. The dot in a decimal number is called a decimal point, and the digits that are following the decimal point show a value smaller than 1. For example, a decimal number 17.48, in which 17 is the whole number while 48 is the decimal part because it is following the decimal point. As you can see, the pictorial view of the example. So 17 is the whole and it is showing the whole parts. The point that separates the decimal part and the whole part is called decimal point. We can continue with smaller and smaller values from tens to hundreds and so on. As you can see in this example, that the whole part will always be bigger, and as the values we write in the decimal part, they will be smaller. My dear students, let's learn about the decimal by using some examples. Are you ready to learn? Yeah, so you can see in this picture we have 3 colored parts out of 10 equal parts, and the fraction is 3/10. In the next picture, 4 parts are colored out of 10 equal parts, and the fraction is 4/10. And finally, we have 5 colored parts out of 10 equal parts, and the fraction is 5/10. My dear students, these fractions are having another name also. Do you know what is? Yes, we can write it in the decimal form as 0.3, 0.4, and 5/10 can be written as 0.5. And these numbers are called decimal numbers. Decimal is a fraction written in a special form where each digit represents different power of 10. Let's take one example, 3.5. It has two parts. The number that is written at the right hand side, it is called whole part, and the number that is at the left hand side, it is the decimal part, and the dot that is in between both the parts, it is called decimal point. So now let's review about the place values. As you know about the place value of the whole number, the first digit is always ones, then tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, and so on. In the same way, the digits that are in the decimal part, they have also the place value, as the first digit has the place value as tens, then hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, and so on. The number of decimal places is the number of the digit to the right of a decimal point. We have a number 0.45. Let's count its decimal places. It has 2 decimal places. In the same way, we have another number that is 0.5, and it has only 1 decimal place. Let's have another number 0.451, and this number has 3 decimal places. So, my dear students, did you know how to properly read the decimals? Let's learn that how we can read the decimals. Here we have 2 parts of this number, whole part and the decimal part. The numbers, the digits that are on the right hand side, they are the whole parts, and we read it as 35. The decimal can be read as and the decimal part we read it as 451. As the decimal part has 3 place values up till thousands, so we have to read it as 451 thousands. I hope, my dear students, you have learned about the decimals. Let's summarize our lesson. A decimal number is the number that consists of a whole number and a fractional part. The decimal point separates the whole number from the fractional part. A whole number can be represented as a decimal number by simply writing 0.0 after one digit. For example, we can write 15 as 15.0. The decimal point is also called as a decimal separator. How to live a math life? Show your work, help each other, do your homework, get involved. Use your resources, make good choices, and always do the right thing. So dear students, now it's your turn to practice about the decimals. Thank you all of you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.